welcome back to our channel, and we are continuing our topic on hypertension. So you already know where we are talking about this hypertension now. About 3% of the world population is suffering from hypertension, and 1 out of 5 people, for example, have it under control. I gave you reasons why some of them don't have it under control. You can watch the other videos. Then it contributes to about 7 million deaths annually, and it's no longer old people's sickness. Usually it was old people's sickness, but now any age can suffer from hypertension, so it's now prevalent in young people also. So that's why we are talking about it, so that if you have it, you know how to manage it. If you don't have it already, you know how to prevent it. So let's talk about hypertension. They said hypertension occurs when the force of the blood against artery walls is consistently too high. This damages the blood vessel by making them stiff or narrow, thereby leading to reduced oxygen supply. So what do they mean? First of all, let's explain what the artery means. Artery is a pipe that supplies blood to vital organs like brain, like the kidney and the brain itself. So this is the passage of the arteries. For example, this is how the passage of the arteries look like. This is how the walls look like. So inside this wall now, it has a smooth lining, and this lining has anticoagulants which stops the blood from coagulating. And this artery now, they have elastic property, so they have the ability to expand and contract. So let's say, for example, when the heart pumps blood, it expands to accommodate the quantity of blood being pumped, and when the heart is not pumping, it relaxes. So let's say, for example, today the blood, you didn't stress yourself, you didn't go any through pressure, so the blood that is being pumped by the heart is 20 millimeter of mercury. Then tomorrow it pumps 50 millimeter of mercury. So these arteries now have the ability to expand to accommodate 20 millimeter of mercury. It has the ability to expand to accommodate 50 millimeter of mercury. So but when there's damages, so before then there are 2 readings in blood. When you are doing blood pressure reading, there are 2 readings, which is called systolic and diastolic. The first one, this systolic now measures the pressure of the blood against the artery walls when the heart pumps blood. Then the diastolic measures the pressure of the blood when the heart is when the arteries is relaxed. So those are the 2 readings. So the normal standard blood pressure is supposed to be 120/80, but anything above 120/80 is elevated. But when it gets to 140, we say it's consistent. Let's say, for example, you do blood pressure 2 or 3 times and it's reading 140 and above over 90, it's being said that you have blood pressure. So when the force of this blood now is consistently too high against these artery walls, now it damages this wall. And the first thing that happens when these walls are damaged is that when there is damage for the first time, platelets are being released to get attached so that the blood is not exposed to the collagen in the wall. So platelets are released. So when the normal blood is passing, you see that it attracts cholesterol to stick to the wall. It attracts other things. Then before you know it now, build-up start happening. Instead of blood to use all this whole place now to flow to the vital organs, you see that since build-up plug has there forming, the space reduces. Now the blood has to pass through this place now, and when the heart notices that the blood is not getting to the vital organs, it compensates by pumping harder. So the heart tries to pump harder, thereby increasing this blood pressure, which causes damage to the walls of the artery. So you see that more damage are being done because the heart is pumping more than 120/80, so it's now pumping harder. Now more damages are happening. Then at a point now, the heart gets tired, the muscles gets tired, it's not able to pump. This is the stage. You see now, normally, because the road is wide here, the road, this is the normal blood passage, this is the normal entry, how it looks like. This is the blood passing. You see there's no obstruction, and it has the ability to expand and contract, so it gets to the organ, it gets to the brain, it gets to the kidney very well. But here now, there's a blockage, so the amount of oxygen now, the blood passing through the kidney, is not enough. Let's say for example, what the heart need per day to function is 50 millimeter of mercury. The brain needs 50 millimeter of mercury to function. But because there's a blockage, let me show you. So because there's a blockage here, when it gets here, it's only 20 millimeter that is allowed to pass to the kidney, to the heart. You see that there's no enough oxygen supply to these organs. You see the problems start happening, kidney failure start happening, heart failure start happening. Kidney is not able to excrete urine that is being formed, so there's a lot of water in the body. This water now add up to the volume of the blood, thereby making the heart to pump more blood. It's at this stage that many people realize that they have blood pressure, because the kidney are still failing, the heart are still failing. That means the problem done too much, like it has really gone. So, and if you leave this at this stage uncontrolled, more problems start happening. So that's what blood pressure is all about. But in the next video, I'm going to explain risk factors. Thank you very much.